Lately, I felt like my workouts were starting to feel routine. So I decided to embrace a summer reset, but for me, that means tuning in, slowing down, and moving in ways that light me up. No grind mindset, just joy in the moment and more movement outside. So welcome to the third episode of my Hot Girl Healing Summer Reset series. One of the biggest changes I made was actually taking my Pilates practice outside. I've been rolling my mat out on my balcony or just outdoors. It's such a vibe. The fresh air, the sunshine, it just adds a whole level to the mind-body connection. And honestly, my core has never felt stronger. I'm being reminded through this whole process that fitness doesn't have to be rigid to be effective. Sometimes the best progress comes from when you slow down, just get outside and move for the joy of it. Even just 20 minutes of outdoor exercise can really uplift your whole mood and just create a big start to your day. So the first big part of this summer reset I've been doing that I've mentioned in other videos before this one is taking my movement outdoors and doing exercises or hobbies that don't include a gym, which you'll see more of that later in this video. And my favorite thing to do after a workout is to actually take either a really cold shower or a cold plunge. And because I was in Bali for this episode, I decided to take a little jump in the pool that we have in this villa. It's linked down in the description, and make sure to check out my Bali vlog. I also recently started working with a registered dietitian through Nourish, and I honestly had no idea how helpful it would be. If you haven't heard of them, Nourish is the easiest way to connect with a registered dietitian covered by your insurance. It's all done through Zoom, so you can meet with your dietitian anywhere. Signing up takes just 5 minutes on their website, and 94% of their patients pay $0 out of pocket. You can also message your dietitian directly through the app for quick support or questions. I was struggling with low energy, and I wanted to keep my woman's health and fertility intact, so we focused on those two goals. She helped me realize that I should actually be planning meals around a protein in the morning and also not let myself get too hungry before eating so my energy doesn't crash throughout the day. Nourish is really about proactive healthcare, meaning you're taking care of your health and nutrition and not waiting until something's wrong. Whether it's gut health, women's health, eating disorder recovery, sports nutrition, or just wanting to understand your food better, your dietitian is there to help. If you're curious, I highly recommend checking them out. Head to their website. It only takes a few minutes to see if you're covered. Nourish is only available in the US, and they work with hundreds of insurance plans. Click the link down below to check it out for yourself. And on that topic of diet, my approach is that all foods fit. That means greens and fries, smoothies and ice cream. It's not about eating perfectly, it's about eating consistently and without guilt. A balanced diet just means getting a variety of nutrients like protein, fiber, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals over time. Not just in one meal and not even every day. Think the big picture approach. I also finally committed to something that's been on my bucket list for years, getting better at surfing. And wow, it's been humbling and also exhilarating all at once. Surfing forces you to be present, to let go of control, and to flow with nature in a literal sense. And it's definitely in line with that reset goal that I mentioned earlier of getting out in nature and doing workouts that are outside of going to a gym, really just practicing on moving my body through my hobbies. Plus, surfing actually gives you a killer upper body workout, so don't let the chill vibes fool you. So the last thing I mentioned with a summer reset was actually getting off of my phone and removing people from social media and not watching like TikTok or Reels as much anymore. And if I can be honest, I completely failed at that. I still really struggle with like getting up in the morning and not looking at my phone. The last video I made was showing this progress before and after. I will say I do a better job now with waiting at least like an hour to go check social media, but it is still a bit of a problem for me where I'll get up and like make coffee and be productive for like an hour or two, and then I just have that I guess it's like, addictive, right? Social media is just such a hard thing to not be on constantly. So let me know in the comments if you struggle with that too, because that is a part of my summer reset that I wish I had done better, and I'm still trying to do better. And it is a tip I am posting on this video, but one that I will admit I am not being that good at. And I think the purpose of me just having this talking portion in the last few minutes of this video is to just add a little like life update. I am currently moving out of Santa Barbara. I'm going to be moving to San Diego, which is really exciting. And I never really, I guess, have this like authentic moments that much on my vlogs. And I thought I would just add it here because I want to be a lot more authentic on my channel. I think I've been becoming a lot more authentic, but I also really love making like curated YouTube videos. It really like tests, I guess, like video style and editing. But yeah, I wanted to give you that update. I'm excited. If any of you live in San Diego or have any recommendations for me in San Diego, please comment down below as well. I love like chatting with everyone who comments. I really tried to do a good job at checking and looking at that. I think maybe that's why I still struggle with not checking social media. But you know what? I think it's not as bad or not as big of a thing as the other things that I've been focusing on. I think I've done a really good job with getting my health and routine back through just resetting this entire summer. If you've gotten to this point in the video, let me know in the comments how you're deciding to reset this season, because what works for me isn't always going to work for you. But I hope this video can inspire you to get outside and play again.